The series begins 15 years ago during the Taihe era, when the kingdom of Bailey conquered the lands of Beike and Western Shu. Some people from Beike fled to the northern regions to rebuild their strength, while Western Shu became a full part of Bailey. In Bailey, particularly in Tianqi City, a famous academy called GCA was known for training many great warriors. The kingdom was also home to two powerful noble families, the Yin family and the Gu family, who competed fiercely for influence. The rivalry between these families escalated when the head of the Gu family was killed by Yin Bei Tian on the day of his wedding. In response, Gu Jianmin, the younger brother of Luo Li, trained hard in martial arts, determined to avenge his brother's death by confronting the Yin family. The scene shifts to Chaiseng City, where a young man named Dong Jun, who comes from the royal family of Bailey, lives a simple life. Despite being of noble blood, Dong Jun runs a small wine shop and hires one employee named Sikong Changfeng. One day, when Dong Jun feels bored because the shop is quiet, a group of soldiers led by Bi Tian suddenly arrives at the shop. Excited to see customers, Dong Jun is very happy and serves them all kinds of wine. Impressed by the delicious taste of the wine, Bi Tian asks about Dong Jun's background. However, Dong Jun hides his true identity and lies to Bi Tian. Bi Tian then decides to test Changfeng's strength by throwing a white wine cup at him while Changfeng is sleeping. But Changfeng quickly catches it, realizing that Bi Tian is stronger than him. Then, Changfeng decides not to challenge Bi Tian. Meanwhile, Dong Jun immediately steps in and asks both of them not to cause any trouble in the shop. After the soldiers left, Dong Jun noticed a beautiful woman named Yin Lu Li in their carriage. She was the younger sister of Bi Tian. During the journey, Lu Li still seemed sad because her wedding with the head of the Gu family had been called off. Back at the wine shop, Changfeng began explaining the long-standing feud between the Yin and Gu families. He warned Dong Jun to close the shop quickly to avoid getting involved in their conflict. However, Dong Jun disagreed and decided to visit Lu Li's former fiancé, Jianmin, to offer wine for Jianmin's upcoming wedding celebration. Intrigued by the idea, Changfeng agreed to accompany Dong Jun to Jianmin's residence, hoping it would help promote the wine shop. When they arrived at the Gu family home, Dong Jun and Changfeng were surprised by the arrival of 3 alliance warriors from the Ghost Valley sect, who came to meet Jianmin. One of the warriors, Su Muo, known as the Warrior of Death from the Ghost River sect, approached Jianmin with an offer to help take down the person who had killed the head of the Gu family. However, Jianmin refused Su Muo's help, determined to avenge his family without anyone's assistance. Jianmin then launched an attack to show Su Muo his strength, proving that he didn't need anyone's help to take revenge. Unexpectedly, Su Muo was able to match Jianmin's skills, as he was one of the best warriors from his sect. After their fight, Su Muo, about to leave, mentioned that the person who killed the head of the Gu family was from the Yin family. He also gave Jianmin 7 days to reconsider the offer of working together. On the other hand, Dong Jun and Changfeng, who had been secretly watching the fight, decided not to meet Jianmin and headed back to the wine shop. However, on their way, they were stopped by Su Muo and his men. After seeing Dong Jun, Su Muo allowed them to go without any trouble. When they returned to the shop, Dong Jun and Changfeng were suddenly attacked by 4 warriors sent by Bi Tian. The battle left Changfeng struggling to keep up. The reason for the attack was that the 4 warriors suspected that Changfeng and Dong Jun were spies sent by the Gu family. In a desperate situation, Dong Jun and Changfeng were saved by one of the 8 young masters of Bailey, Lei Mengsha. Using his skills, Mengsha quickly defeated the 4 warriors sent by Bi Tian. Mengsha then called for help from his fellow disciple, Luo Xian, to take Changfeng and Dong Jun to their hidden temple. At the temple, Mengsha began questioning Changfeng and Dong Jun, leaving them confused because they didn't understand what Mengsha was talking about. Unexpectedly, Mengsha thought that they were spies sent by the 9th prince of Tianqi Kingdom, Xiao Rufeng. Curious about the problems in Bailey, Dong Jun asked Mengsha to explain what was really going on. Mengsha revealed that the situation in Bailey was complicated because it was linked to the unsolved death of the Gu family's leader. Mengsha suspected that Bi Tian was behind the murder. He believed the death was planned because Tian didn't want his sibling to marry into the Gu family. After the death of his older sibling, Jianmin intended to take his sibling's place in the marriage to find out who was responsible for the murder. In their confession, Meng Sha and Luo Xian revealed that they were fellow disciples of Jianmin at the GCA Academy. Meanwhile, at the Yin family residence, Tian received news that the 4 warriors he sent to kill Changfeng and Dong Jun had failed. Hearing this, Tian grew even more suspicious that Dong Jun might be a spy sent by his enemies to watch his movements. At the same time, while Changfeng and Dong Jun were relaxing, Lu Li approached them. She asked the 2 warriors to help her by kidnapping her during her wedding to Jianmin, which would happen in 2 days. Previously, Lu Li had discovered that the person who killed the leader of the Gu family was her brother. She explained that she no longer cared whom she married because the person she truly loved was gone. Before leaving, Lu Li also warned them that someone with extraordinary abilities was secretly supporting Tian. The next morning, Dong Jun told Changfeng about his plan to get involved in the conflict between the Gu and Yin families. He admitted that he wanted to become famous across the land as the greatest warrior, even though he didn't have significant skills. Dong Jun wanted to do this to fulfill a promise to his dream girl, Yu Yao, from the Tian sect. He believed that by becoming famous, it would be easier to win Yu Yao's heart. During their conversation, it was also revealed that Dong Jun was one of the favorite students of a retired master named Gu Chun, known as the Scholarly Deity. When Meng Sha learned about Dong Jun's plan, he became worried about Dong Jun's safety, knowing how serious the conflict between noble families was. Moreover, the 8 warriors of Bailey hadn't united yet to fight against Tian, who had the support of many martial arts masters. One of them was from the Tian sect, which supported Tian in order to get a mysterious chest. Sometime later, Tian soldiers were delivering the secret chest that the Tian sect wanted. On their way, they were stopped by a warrior from Bailey named Lu Yu and his student. It didn't take long before Lu Yu's student defeated Tian's soldiers and stole the chest. Tian's forces were in trouble until Mao Qi, from the Tian sect, arrived to fight Lu Yu's student. Impressed by Mao Qi's strength, Lu Yu watched the battle closely. But Mao Qi, not wanting to waste time, prepared to use his powerful move to defeat Lu Yu. Just before the attack hit, another Bailey warrior named Xiao He appeared and blocked Mao Qi's strike. Seeing that Xiao He was much stronger, Mao Qi decided to retreat and flee the battlefield. After Mao Qi left, Xiao He and Lu Yu took the secret chest, planning to give it to Jianmin as a wedding gift. Meanwhile, Mao Qi told the Purple Robe Warrior about his recent encounter with 2 famous warriors from Bailey. On the other side, Dong Jun grew more excited about disrupting Lu Li's wedding ceremony. The next day, clans from all over the martial world gathered to celebrate the wedding between the Yin and Gu families. Even the Ghost River sect was watching the event from a distance. Dong Jun and Changfeng, however, found themselves surrounded by Tian soldiers and 4 hired warriors. At the same time, the warriors from the Tian sect arrived to execute their carefully planned strategy. As the bride and groom, Jianmin and Lu Li, approached the main wedding hall, they refused to follow the traditional ceremony, which made Tian very angry. Soon after, Dong Jun and Changfeng appeared before the crowd. At that time, the 5th uncle of the Gu family was annoyed to see 2 amateur warriors show up, especially when Dong Jun declared that he would take Lu Li away from the wedding. Frustrated, Tian ordered a warrior with an axe to kill Dong Jun and Changfeng. In this dangerous moment, a giant snake suddenly came to Dong Jun's rescue. This surprised everyone, revealing Dong Jun's true identity as a noble of Jinxi. It turned out that Dong Jun's grandfather was a famous warrior who fought alongside the emperor, and his uncle was known as the Poison Warrior. At that moment, Xiaoying, a warrior from the Yi family, arrived at the wedding carrying a coffin as a gift. Seeing this, Tian ordered his troops to kill Dong Jun and all the warriors causing trouble at his sister's wedding. Lu Li tried to stop Tian, declaring that she would only marry the man she loved, even if that man had already passed away. Ignoring Lu Li, Tian still commanded his men to finish off Dong Jun, witnessing Dong Jun's strength. Members of the Tian sect informed Yu Yao that Dong Jun possessed the pure martial arts they had been searching for. Because of this, the sex advisors planned to kidnap Dong Jun amidst the chaos of the wedding. On the other side, Jian Min moved to strike his sword at the fifth uncle, whom he believed was part of the group involved in his brother's murder. Jian Min also challenged Betrayal to a duel, determined to fight until the end, as Betrayal was known to be the mastermind behind the killing of the Gu family leader. Without wasting time, Jian Min and Betrayal began fighting, using all their martial arts skills. Due to the huge difference in their abilities, Betrayal was eventually defeated by Jian Min. Soon after, Jian Min and his companions had to face warriors from the Tian sect, who were trying to capture him. When Jian Min's group was cornered, Dong Jun's uncle, when Huijiu, known as the Poison Warrior, arrived and took down the Tian warriors. Huijiu's strength frightened the enemies so much that they fled in fear. After the battle, as Dong Jun walked back home, he told Chong Feng that he felt envious of the strong friendship between the 8 young warriors of Bailey. This reminded Dong Jun of his childhood friend, Yi Yun, who had passed away. The next day, Chong Feng and Dong Jun said their goodbyes as they prepared to go their separate ways. At that time, Dong Jun planned to return to his homeland with his uncle, while Chong Feng decided to go to a place called the Valley of Mountain Streams to learn the healing arts of the medicine god. Meanwhile, a warrior with the alias Yi Ding Xi, who loved to wander, was talking to a young boy about his plan to go to a special place to find a valuable item. Ding Xi also intended to visit Tianqi City to fulfill a dream he had in the past. At the same time, Dong Jun convinced his uncle to accompany him to a place where they could retrieve a powerful treasure located in the Valley of the Divine Sword School. Huijiu agreed and decided to join his nephew on the journey. When they arrived at the Valley of the Divine Sword, Dong Jun was surprised to see that even the local villagers, including their dogs, carried swords as a symbol of their connection to the Divine Sword School. It also happened to be the time for the grand event, held every 40 years, where warriors from all over came to compete for the legendary Divine Sword treasure. Without wasting any time, Wei, the successor of the Divine Sword School, started the event by revealing the first and second swords, called the Blue Sea Swords. As expected, one by one, warriors stepped forward to fight for the treasure. When Wei presented the third treasure, the Fire God Sword, Wang Yixing from the Wangcheng School jumped into the arena to claim it. Song Yanhui from the Wushuang School and Ding Xi also entered the arena to compete for the treasure shown by Wei. Shortly after, Wei revealed the fourth treasure, the Divine Palace Sword. And Dong Jun, eager to get the sword, jumped into the arena and fought against Ding Xi, who was half drunk. Although the other warriors underestimated Dong Jun at first, he surprised everyone by showing his impressive martial arts skills, especially since he had inherited the legendary sword technique from his master. Even Huijiu was shocked and wondered where Dong Jun had learned such a legendary technique. Moments later, the battle grew more intense as the warriors were evenly matched. In the end, Ding Xi decided to give up the Divine Palace Sword and handed it over to Dong Jun. After the fight, Huijiu took Dong Jun away from the arena and demanded that Dong Jun tell him where he had learned the legendary sword technique. Wanting to keep it a secret, Dong Jun stayed silent and didn't answer his uncle's questions. Some time later, when they arrived at the border of Qiandong City, Dong Jun was captured by the guards because he had left the palace without informing his father, Bailey Chengfeng. At that moment, Dong Jun's father was angry with his son for not following the palace rules. Unexpectedly, Dong Jun had always been treated poorly by many people at home, which made him feel trapped and without freedom. This was why Dong Jun preferred to live his life on his own terms, seeking freedom. Meanwhile, still curious about Dong Jun's sword skills, Huijiu went to visit his sister, Luo Yu, to tell her about her son's impressive abilities. However, Luo Yu didn't believe Huijiu's words, thinking it was impossible. Sometime later, news about the legendary sword technique used by Dong Jun reached the ears of Emperor Tai and of Bailey. Worried that this could threaten his throne, the emperor ordered Zhu Qing to send a message to Xiao Ruofeng, one of the 8 masters of Bailey, to investigate the person who had inherited the legendary sword technique. On the other side, When Bailey heard about the emperor's investigation, he wanted to punish Dong Jun. However, his plan was stopped by Bailey Luo Chun, Dong Jun's grandfather, who cared deeply for his grandson. Luo Chun even stood up to protect Dong Jun from Bailey's harsh behavior. Later, Dong Jun was questioned about the legendary sword technique he used. Pretending to be sick, Dong Jun avoided answering, and Luo Chun told him to go rest. Luo Chun also declared that he was ready to fight anyone who tried to harm Dong Jun. Meanwhile, Dong Jun went to meet his master and confessed that he had caused a big problem. And Gu Chun, his master, smiled and said that he had never taught Dong Jun any sword techniques. Dong Jun then asked why other warriors were so shocked to see his sword skills. In response, Gu Chun showed him a treasured sword and told Dong Jun to feel the pure energy within it. Knowing his time was limited, Gu Chun then offered to train Dong Jun in swordsmanship. At that time, Dong Jun, fully aware of the situation, accepted the offer. The next day, the emperor's messengers arrived at the border of Qiandong City and met with Luo Chun to investigate the truth about the appearance of the legendary sword technique. Meanwhile, Dong Jun was being punished by his father and made to practice swordsmanship in the backyard. Even though Dong Jun had learned the legendary technique, it was still weak and couldn't even cut through a straw dummy. Realizing this, Dong Jun asked his servant to bring him a bottle of wine. Back at the main hall, Luo Chun warmly welcomed Ruo Feng, the martial arts master who had come to visit the noble family of Jinshi. There, Ruo Feng explained that he was there to meet Dong Jun. As Bailey escorted Ruo Feng and his companion to the guest room, he suddenly sensed a powerful internal energy. Upon investigating, they found that the energy came from Dong Jun, who had just performed the legendary sword technique after getting drunk. Due to his uncontrolled energy flow, Dong Jun collapsed. Not wanting to waste any time, Ruo Feng quickly left to meet with Gu Qin to discuss what had happened to Dong Jun. When Ruo Feng arrived at Gu Qin's place, he revealed that he was sent by the emperor and asked Gu Qin to come with him. Gu Qin refused, which led to a fierce battle between them. Gu Qin, who had been a martial arts master for decades, quickly overpowered Ruo Feng, knocking him down. Meanwhile, Dong Jun realized that Gu Qin was in danger, so he rushed to help his master, bringing along two of his companions. At the same time, two warriors from the Tian sect attacked Bailey's residence. At that moment, Bailey easily fought them off with his skills, but the situation changed when two powerful advisors from the Tian sect, Wu Tian and Wu Fa, joined the fight. Bailey was injured by their attacks. Wu Tian and Wu Fa then went to challenge Gu Qin. The two advisors combined their strength to launch an attack on Dong Jun's master. Seeing that the two advisors were quite strong, Gu Qin stopped Dong Jun from fighting them. Instead, Gu Qin brought Dong Jun to a different dimension where he could watch the legendary sword technique in action. Using this technique, Gu Qin easily defeated the two powerful advisors, leaving them helpless. After winning the battle, Gu Qin took Dong Jun back to his home, where he gave his final words before passing away. Then he asked Dong Jun to make a jar of peach wine and place it on the tower of Tianqi City. Even though he was heartbroken, Dong Jun promised to fulfill Gu Qin's last request. 3 days later, Ruo Feng spoke with Luo Chun, telling him that he planned to take Dong Jun to the GCA Academy. At that time, Ruo Feng had received an order from the academy's founder, Li Changsheng, who had chosen Dong Jun as his final student. Knowing that many other martial arts schools were after Dong Jun, Luo Chun agreed to the request. Dong Jun then left with Ruo Feng and his companion to head to GCA Academy. However, along the way, he remained silent and upset, refusing to speak to Ruo Feng, as he believed Gu Qin's death was Ruo Feng's fault. Meanwhile, Chang Feng had already arrived at the Valley of Mountain Streams to learn medicine under Xian Bai Chao, the king of medicine. Not long after, a letter from Dong Jun arrived, informing Chang Feng that Dong Jun was on his way to Tianqi City. Since they both had plans in the city, Bai Chao gave Chang Feng permission to go, but only if Chang Feng had mastered half of the healing skills. On another note, Ding Xi had reached GCA Academy and intended to enroll as a student in the martial arts school. The next day, a warrior named Mu Qi visited Yu Yao to inform her that Dong Jun was heading to GCA Academy to take the entrance exam. Upon hearing this, Yu Yao decided to go to the same academy to kidnap Dong Jun and use him to help revive the state of Beichu. During a stop on their journey, Dong Jun appeared upset with Ruo Feng. Noticing this, Ruo Feng asked why Dong Jun was angry with him. Dong Jun replied that if his martial arts skills were stronger than Ruo Feng's, he would have already fought Ruo Feng and the two warriors from the Tian Y Tian sect. At the same time, at the Tian Y Tian school, the Purple Robe Warrior reported to the advisor that Yu Yao had gone to Tianqi City to take the entrance exam at GCA Academy. Seeing that Yu Yao was acting too hastily, the advisor ordered the Purple Robe Warrior to assist her in capturing Dong Jun quickly. Besides that, the advisor sent a powerful warrior named Wu Zui to help Yu Yao in Tianqi City. Meanwhile, at Wangqing Mountain School, the elder Lu Suzhen instructed Wang Yi to head to Tianqi and take the entrance exam at GCA Academy as well. Previously, Suzhen had a vision that Dong Jun would become a great warrior, so he asked the student to assist Dong Jun if he encountered any difficulties. The next day, Dong Jun finally arrived at the beautiful gates of Tianqi City. However, he was knocked down by Jun Yu, the head of GCA Academy. When Dong Jun realized who Jun Yu was, he became even more excited to take the entrance exam and become one of Jun Yu's students. Soon after, Dong Jun began practicing his internal energy on his own. During his training, a masked warrior appeared, who turned out to be Ji Ruo Feng, the leader of Baishao Hall. They fought, but because Dong Jun hadn't fully mastered his internal energy, he eventually surrendered in the battle. Ji then explained that the reason for his visit was to test Dong Jun's abilities before he took the academy entrance exam. Ji also revealed that he did this to repay the kindness of Gu Chen. Later that night, at an empty bar, Dong Jun lit a fire in honor of his friend, Yi Yun. This surprised Ding Xi, Dong Jun's childhood friend, because after all these years apart, Dong Jun still cared about Yi Yun. Unfortunately, Dong Jun didn't know that Ding Xi was actually the friend he thought had died when they were young. Despite this, both Dong Jun and Ding Xi still shared the same big dreams of becoming famous warriors. Dong Jun even vowed to achieve his goal of becoming the Wine God Warrior. Not long after, Ruo Feng approached Dong Jun, ready to fulfill his promise to teach him internal energy techniques. After Dong Jun left, Ding Xi thought back to his childhood, remembering how his father had been removed from the empire, accused of rebellion. Because of this, Ding Xi was determined to achieve his dream of becoming the Sword God Warrior and seek justice for his family. A few days passed, and all the candidates gathered in the exam arena for the entrance test. In the first stage, participants would pass if they could demonstrate their skills. While many were busy preparing, Dong Jun laid out a mat and chose to relax. Meanwhile, Ding Xi planned to impress the judges by cooking a special secret meat dish. Noticing Ding Xi's quick knife skills, King Qing ordered his assistant to invite Ding Xi to meet with him. During the exam, both Ding Xi and Dong Jun were surprised to see Yu Yao participating. Yu Yao's impressive skills, which were not easy for most to master, helped her pass the first stage. On the other hand, Dong Jun also passed the first stage by offering his homemade wine, and Ding Xi impressed the judges with his delicious dish that left them in awe. After the exam, warrior Lu Yu reported to the academy's leader that out of 100 participants, only 16 had passed. Lu Yu then asked for permission from Jun Yu to choose one student to personally train. On the other side, Ding Xi was summoned by Qing and given a secret mission to eliminate Dong Jun if Ding Xi succeeded. Qing promised to give him whatever he wanted. Hearing this, Ding Xi suddenly remembered his childhood, when his father was falsely accused of disloyalty, leading to his dishonorable removal as a famous general. Meanwhile, Mu Qi attacked Yu Yao, signaling that some envoys from Tian Y Tian had already arrived in Tianqi City. At the same time, Dong Jun was approached by Jun Yu, who offered to teach him internal energy techniques, knowing that the second exam would be much harder, where the participants would have to rely on their survival skills. The next day, the participants gathered to receive instructions for the second stage of the exam. After all 16 participants arrived, Jun Yu instructed them to form groups of 4. One person from each group would be personally trained by Jun Yu. To find suitable teammates, the warriors began showing off their abilities. Then, Dong Jun ended up with a strong team, including a skilled student from Wangqing Mountain School. In the next opportunity, Junyu appeared before the participants and announced that the next exam required each team to find an object that he had hidden somewhere in Tianqi City. This surprised everyone, as Tianqi was not a small city. A short while later, the exam judges discovered that there was an infiltrator among the participants with a hidden mission. After learning this, Ruo Feng received an emergency message, warning him to be cautious of a participant named Zhu Ge. As expected, one of Zhu Ji's teammates was found murdered in a tragic way. It turned out this was all part of a plan to target Dong Jun. Meanwhile, Dong Jun and his team, which included Ding Xi, headed to Xuanwu Pavilion, where they strongly believed the hidden object was kept. When they arrived, they were shocked to encounter a warrior guarding the pavilion. Without hesitation, Dong Jun attacked the guard, and after defeating him, the group continued their journey. On the other side, after receiving the warning about the informer, Ruo Feng tried to find a way to protect Dong Jun since the exam couldn't be stopped. Ruo Feng and Xiao Mo set out to find Dong Jun. Unfortunately, when they arrived at the pavilion where Dong Jun's group had been, they found that Dong Jun had already left about 30 minutes earlier. Sensing something was off, Ruo Feng and Xiao Mo went to the place where some exam participants had been found dead, along with the bearded warrior. Soon after, the bearded warrior used his abilities to discover that the person registered as Zhu Ge wasn't the real Zhu Ge. Meanwhile, Dong Jun, injured from the fight at the pavilion, needed to rest. Ding Xi decided to take a break as well. Suddenly, they were approached by two warriors sent by the Tian clan, forcing Yu Yao and the rest of Dong Jun's group to prepare for battle. During the fight, one of Dong Jun's teammates, Wang Yixing, showed impressive skills that couldn't be underestimated. Combined with Ding Xi's strength, the Tian warriors struggled to keep up. Unfortunately, Ding Xi used a technique called the Giant Red Energy, which caused him to lose control of his body as the giant's spirit took over. Seeing this, Dong Jun quickly stepped in, using his newly mastered technique to stop Ding Xi. On the other hand, the Tian warriors who were defeated chose to run away. However, they couldn't escape Junyu's anger, as they had disrupted the exam process at GCA Academy. It didn't take long for Junyu to teach the troublemakers a lesson. Back with Dong Jun's group, after battling several warriors, they decided to continue their journey by following clues from a silk pouch they had found. When they reached a new location, the group split up to search for the Dragon Gate. Dong Jun and Yu Yao went to the right, while Ding Xi and Yixing took the left path. Along the way, Ding Xi shared his suspicions with Yixing, revealing that he didn't fully trust Yu Yao's reasons for taking the Academy's entrance exam. However, Ding Xi had no solid evidence to prove his doubts. Soon, Ding Xi and Yixing arrived at a path that had been set up by Yu Yao's group. Suddenly, a blue-robed warrior blocked their way and was surprised to find that the participants weren't Dong Jun, the purple-robed warrior, then suspected that Yu Yao had betrayed the Tian sect by leading Dong Jun down a different path than planned. Moments later, Ding Xi and Yixing prepared to fight the purple-robed warrior, even though they knew their skills were no match for the warrior's martial abilities. Realizing they were at a disadvantage, they decided to run away to avoid getting seriously hurt. Shortly after, the purple-robed warrior chased after them and knocked them down. Luckily, they were saved by a woman named Wenjun from the Shadow Sect. As the purple-robed warrior attempted to attack them again, Wenjun's senior, Qin Yang, appeared. Seeing Qin Yang's sword seal from the Shadow Sect, the purple-robed warrior chose to retreat, not wanting to deal with the powerful sect. Meanwhile, Dong Jun and Yu Yao reached the final point of the second exam. Since they arrived together, Junyu asked which of them wanted to become his student. Without hesitation, Yu Yao said that Dong Jun was the one who deserved to be Junyu's student. She said this because her real purpose at GCA Academy was to kidnap Dong Jun. Just as Yu Yao was about to leave, Junyu unexpectedly asked her to be his student. After thinking for a moment, Yu Yao agreed to become his disciple, while Dong Jun hadn't yet decided. Dong Jun wanted to wait for Ding Xi so they could train together under Junyu. However, after waiting too long, Junyu decided to accept Dong Jun as his student on his own. On the other side, after failing to capture Dong Jun, the purple-robed warrior decided to change plans and kidnap Ding Xi instead. Realizing that Ding Xi also had pure internal energy like Dong Jun, wasting no time, the Purple Robe Warrior began preparing a new strategy to capture Ding Xi as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Ding Xi was badly injured from his fight with the Purple Robe Warrior. At that moment, Wen Jun took care of his wounds with great care. She was known to be the future wife of a prince named Langya. When Ding Xi woke up, he was surprised to see the sword seal from the Shadow Sect on Qin Yang's sword. Upon learning that Wen Jun was from the Shadow Sect, Ding Xi realized she was the woman he had been searching for all this time. Seeing that Yi Xing had recovered, Wen Jun asked him to return home. Knowing that Yi Xing was heading back to GCA Academy, Ding Xi asked him to deliver a message to Dong Jun, saying that he would come to meet him again once he became a famous warrior. The next day, Yi Xing arrived at GCA Academy and immediately met with Dong Jun to deliver a message from Ding Xi. In the message, Ding Xi encouraged Dong Jun to train hard in martial arts so that they could meet again as strong warriors. On another day, Dong Jun and Yu Yao, now officially students of GCA Academy, attended the welcoming ceremony for new students. Feeling bored with always teaching at the academy, Junyu decided to take Dong Jun on a journey to train his martial arts skills for 1 month. Meanwhile, Ding Xi was seen chatting with Wen Jun while enjoying a peaceful afternoon. At that moment, Ding Xi had not yet revealed his true identity as Yi Yun to Wen Jun. From Wen Jun's stories, she seemed like a bird trapped in a cage, having no knowledge of the outside world. Wen Jun had never visited the places she dreamed of, and this made Ding Xi feel sympathy for her. At that time, Ding Xi silently promised himself that he would one day take Wen Jun to the places she loved and help her live a life full of freedom. At the academy, everyone was celebrating the arrival of the new students with a big feast. Since some of Junyu's students couldn't handle their wine, they began to get drunk. In the middle of the party, Junyu suddenly leaped through the roof, saying he needed to fight. At the same time, the sky turned dark, signaling the arrival of a powerful energy. This energy came from the #1 sword master, Yu Xingmo. She had come to meet Junyu to find her student, Ding Xi. When Junyu refused to reveal Ding Xi's location, Xingmo became angry and used her power to challenge Junyu. Soon after, their powerful energies clashed, and the force of the battle could even be felt by Emperor Taiyan in the palace. Unexpectedly, Taiyan had already discovered the secret that Ding Xi was actually Yi Yun, who had been in hiding all this time. Feeling threatened by Ding Xi's return, Prince Langya asked his father, Taiyan, to spread the news that Yi Yun was a wanted criminal in the kingdom. Back at GCA Academy, the intense battle between Xingmo and Junyu was still raging. According to the records, Xingmo had never defeated Junyu, but she refused to give up and kept attacking. After the fight ended, snow began to fall, and it seemed Junyu had managed to convince Xingmo not to continue the fight. Junyu promised to find and return Ding Xi to Xingmo safely, but with the condition that Ding Xi must first defeat Dong Jun. Meanwhile, as Dong Jun headed back to the academy, he was shocked to see a wanted poster with Ding Xi's picture on it. From this poster, Dong Jun realized that Ding Xi, whom he had known all this time, was actually his childhood friend. This discovery made Dong Jun start to worry about Ding Xi. Sensing that Dong Jun would recklessly try to find Ding Xi, Yi Xing tried to stop him, reminding him not to get involved with the Empire. At Shadow Sect, Qin Yang informed Wen Jun about Ding Xi's true identity and that Ding Xi's safety was at risk because he had become a wanted person by the Empire. Despite her worries, Wen Jun felt relieved when she finally reunited with Ding Xi, the person she had been waiting for. Overwhelmed with emotion, Wen Jun hugged Ding Xi, comforting her longing heart. The next day, Ruo Feng visited Junyu to inform him that Ding Xi was now staying at Junyu's residence. Without wasting any time, Junyu rushed to find Ding Xi at his hiding place. Junyu intended to help Ding Xi escape Bailey as part of his promise to Xingmo. At the same time, Ding Xi planned to take Wen Jun with him, but Qin Yang stopped him, reminding Ding Xi that Wen Jun was already promised to someone else. Just before Ding Xi and Qin Yang were about to fight, Junyu arrived in time and calmed Ding Xi, who was on the verge of being possessed by his red giant energy. After hearing Junyu's explanation, Ding Xi finally agreed to leave Tianqi City with Junyu to meet his master, Xingmo. Before they left, Junyu arranged a meeting between Ding Xi and Dong Jun by a quiet lake, so they could catch up and share their feelings after being apart for so long. Meanwhile, Lang Ye's fear grew stronger, especially since all the imperial soldiers sent to find Ding Xi had failed to locate him. Moving on to a warrior named Chenru. Curious about Dong Jun's famous wine, Chenru decided to stop by the wine shop. At the same time, Changfeng had also arrived in Tianqi City, so the two warriors sat together to enjoy the wine served by the waiter. However, Changfeng didn't like the wine and asked the waiter for white dew wine. This request made the waiter laugh. Soon after, Xie, the #1 wine master in Tianqi, approached Changfeng. Xie explained that no warrior had ever managed to get white dew wine except for Junyu. Intrigued, Changfeng attacked Xie in an attempt to get the white dew wine stored at the top of the tower. Since Changfeng hadn't yet mastered high-level martial arts, he was thrown back and almost fell, but Dong Jun arrived just in time to save him. Yi Xing then reminded Dong Jun to show respect to Xie, who was known to have great martial arts skills. Despite this, Dong Jun, eager to obtain the white dew wine and retrieve the treasure spear, challenged Xie to a winemaking duel. Unfazed, Xie accepted the challenge and told Dong Jun to return as soon as he was ready for the fight. On the other side, Tian suddenly summoned Junyu to the palace to thank him for freeing Ding Xi. Tian also questioned the whereabouts of Dong Jun, saying he had shown disrespect when entering Tian's territory. Junyu disagreed with the emperor, which offended Tian, leading him to challenge Junyu's strength. Calmly, Junyu replied that while the emperor was powerful in the human world, Junyu was a god sent to uphold justice. After the meeting, Junyu decided to leave, but on his way back, he was ambushed by several people who wanted to kill him. However, Junyu easily defeated them and warned them not to disturb GCA Academy or its students. A while later, Junyu decided to step down as the head of the academy. When he met with Yi Xing, Junyu expressed his concern that the emperor might pressure the academy's students. Despite Junyu's advice to leave Tianqi City, Yi Xing refused, vowing to stay and become the protective warrior he always dreamed of being. Hearing this, Junyu reminded Yi Xing to take care of himself. News of Junyu stepping down as the academy leader quickly reached Shengmo. At another time, Shengmo noticed that Ding Xi looked sad because he had to part ways with the woman he loved. Shengmo suggested that Ding Xi should kidnap Wen Jun before her wedding ceremony. Meanwhile, Mao Qing met with Yu Yao and told her that they could revive the Tian sect using Ding Xi's power instead of Dong Jun. After hearing this, Yu Yao lost interest in her original mission to restore Beikei. Later that night, Lu Yu invited Junyu and asked him to take Yu Yao on his travels. On the other side, Lang Ye hired highly skilled warriors at a high price to eliminate Dong Jun. On another occasion, the wine shop was busier than usual because it was the day of the wine duel between Xie and Dong Jun when Xie presented his white dew wine. The guests were impressed by its aroma and taste, as it was known to be a famous and delicious wine. However, Dong Jun remained calm and revealed his own creation, a rare wine called the Dizzy God wine. One of the judges, Sun, tasted Dong Jun's wine and immediately signaled that it was extraordinary. In the end, Dong Jun's wine won the duel. After winning, Dong Jun and Changfeng were about to taste the white dew wine when hundreds of swords suddenly flew toward them. Luckily, Ruofeng quickly blocked the attack, giving Dong Jun and Changfeng a chance to escape, promising to meet Ruofeng again in the future. A few days later, Dong Jun, Junyu, and Yu Yao set off on their journey in a horse-drawn carriage. Meanwhile, at the palace, one of the advisors informed the emperor that Junyu and his group had passed through the gates of Tianqi City. He also reported that the leadership of GCA Academy had been transferred to a warrior from Zanqian Academy. On the other side, Shengmo was starting to teach her martial arts techniques to Ding Xi. She asked him to carefully observe every move she made in each battle. As Junyu and Dong Jun continued their journey, they were suddenly stopped by Yi Xing, who was curious about why they had left Tianqi City and GCA Academy. Feeling offended by Yi Xing's words, Dong Jun quickly rushed forward to start a duel, but Ruofeng stepped in to face Yi Xing instead. Not wanting anyone to get hurt, Junyu intervened, telling Yi Xing to listen carefully to the answers to his questions. Junyu then walked on the surface of the river and used his power to lift the water, forming a giant wall. At that time, Yixing and the others were amazed by Junyu's abilities and realized that Junyu was actually their ancestor, whose real name was Ji Wuxi. Meanwhile, the news of Sheng Mo's appearance in the Nankai region had spread among the locals. Sheng Mo was seen visiting an old warrior, known as the martial arts master of the area. Back to Junyu. After showing his power, Junyu became exhausted and couldn't even use his internal energy to pick fruit from a tree. He then admitted that the name Junyu was just an alias, and now he planned to live a new life with a different name. However, Junyu asked his two students to keep his true identity a secret. He also mentioned that he would take Dongjun and Yu Yao to visit Shuiyue City. A while later, the three of them continued their journey to Keiwa City. Along the way, Junyu lent Dongjun a legendary book containing 19 basic sword techniques. At first, Dongjun thought the book wasn't special and could be easily bought at any market. Junyu then explained that he once had a friend who became a powerful sword master just by studying that book. Hearing this, Dongjun finally started to take the book seriously and began learning from it. The next day, Dongjun and the others continued their journey. Yu Yao took some time to visit her younger sister Lu to check on her well-being. Moments later, Sheng Mo continued to train Ding Xi, helping him master the final powerful sword technique. As the #1 warrior in the Nanshui region, Sheng Mo showed Ding Xi how easily she could defeat her opponents using the Dark Demon Sword technique. Unfortunately, this technique left Sheng Mo badly injured. Before she passed away, Sheng Mo told Ding Xi to find someone in the northern region and instructed him to defeat Junyu, as she had never been able to win against him. At the same time, Junyu, who was still traveling with Dongjun and Yu Yao since Sheng Mo's death. Shortly after, Junyu decided to visit an old friend named Lao Qi, an expert in making weapons. There, Junyu persuaded Lao Qi to create a special weapon for Dongjun, as he planned to teach him the legendary double-blade sword technique. In just 3 days, Lao Qi completed the sword, and Junyu began teaching Dongjun the mountain-splitting sword technique. That night, Ding Xi arrived at Lao Qi's residence to retrieve a sword on his master's orders. And Junyu, aware of Ding Xi's presence, asked him about Sheng Mo. Ding Xi revealed that his master had passed away. The next day, Junyu asked Dongjun and the others to pack their things and continue their journey to Shuiyue City. Shortly after, Junyu mentioned that he planned to stop by the Tang School to watch a competition between poison masters that was being held there. On the day of the competition, Dongjun's group arrived at the city and joined the crowd to watch the event. Poison experts from different schools had gathered, including a warrior from Tang School named Ling Huang. Ling Huang announced that whoever won the Poison Master competition would become the leader of Tang School. During the competition, a woman in a red dress stepped forward and unleashed a deadly poison sword attack on a training dummy set up by Ling Huang. Wen also joined the fight and struck the dummy with great power, earning recognition from the other warriors. However, to everyone's surprise, the dummy stood up and revealed its true identity, that it was Junyu, who had been disguising himself. Because of this, Ling Huang quickly called off the competition, but Junyu challenged both Wen and Ling Huang to a fight. Despite their impressive skills, the two warriors lacked the experience to defeat Junyu. Seeing this, the elder of the Tang School stepped in, prompting Dongjun to try to save his master. However, it was all part of Junyu's plan to remove the immortality poison from his body. Junyu wanted to rid himself of the poison so he could grow old and experience life like a normal person. After everything was resolved, Junyu said goodbye to the Tang School members and invited Changfeng, who was at the school, to become a student and join him on his journey. Changfeng accepted the offer. After traveling for some time, Junyu's group arrived in Shuiyue City. Junyu explained that the city used to be small and remote, but after 4 great warriors came, it grew into a large, prosperous place. Of those 4 famous warriors, only one had descendants, who now served as the mayor of Shuiyue. Before Junyu could finish his story, a woman in a red dress, the mayor of Shuiyue, and Junyu's former lover, approached them. Her name was Luo Shui, and she pointed her sword at Junyu. At that time, Junyu quickly tried to explain the reason for his visit to the city. Unexpectedly, Junyu had brought his students to the city to test their skills by challenging the Ding Tian Pavilion, allowing them to improve their martial arts abilities. At the same time, Junyu demonstrated his own strength to Luo Shui. After quickly defeating 16 warriors, Junyu proved that no one had yet been able to beat him at the Ding Tian Pavilion. Junyu then promised to stay loyal and live together with Luo Shui. Later, as Dong Jun and Chang Feng continued their journey with the group, they were stopped by warriors guarding the main gate of the Ding Tian Pavilion. At that time, Dong Jun and Chang Feng were forced to face these warriors but swiftly defeated them. Meanwhile, Ding Xi sought out Sheng Mo's old enemy, the blade goddess Ling Xia. Ding Xi asked Ling Xia to take him as her student and train him. Impressed by Ding Xi's determination, Ling Xia agreed to teach him some sword techniques. On the other hand, at the Ding Tian Pavilion, Dong Jun and Chang Feng had reached the top floor, where they successfully defeated two powerful warriors guarding it. Back to Ding Xi. On his way back from training, he was stopped by Yu Yao, who invited him to join the Tian school. But Ding Xi refused, which made Yu Yao upset for a moment. Ding Xi then demonstrated his strength, causing Yu Yao to fall silent, and he quickly left her behind. Later, Dong Jun saw Yu Yao sitting alone and decided to join her. He invited her to drink and chat, which helped Yu Yao relax and forget her troubles for a while. Meanwhile, Chang Feng was sitting on a rooftop when Junyu approached him. Junyu promised to teach Chang Feng the White Dragon Spear technique, which could make him an unbeatable spear master. Excited by this, Chang Feng became eager to learn the new technique from his teacher. The series ends with Junyu demonstrating the impressive White Dragon Spear technique in front of Chang Feng. Amazed by its power, Chang Feng was even more motivated to master the skill. The series ends. The moral lesson from this series is when life hands you ancient feuds and epic battles, just remember sometimes all you need to survive is a good bottle of wine, a giant snake for backup, and the ability to look busy while chaos happens around you.